It's a Wednesday in winter, and you know what that means. We've got basketball here in the South Atlantic Conference, where tonight you will see the Anderson University Trojans looking to defend their home court against the Bears from Lenoir-Rhyne. Anderson, you're going to see them walk out on the court in just moments. They are a team that is white hot right now since the return of their two starters in Zamiah Passmore and Diamond McDowell. They have won 8 straight games, averaging 81.5 points per game, dating back to December 7th. But this is a Bear team. They aren't killing it in the South Atlantic Conference right now. In fact, they're next to last, a little bit below expectations so far this season. But this is a team that has a lot of talent. And if you look at it from both sides, from the Anderson side, you've got Diamond McDowell, who is second all-time in rebounds for Anderson with 965, and she's 6th all-time in points with over 1,330. And on the flip side, you've got Blakely Crooks, a 2-time first-team all-conference player for Lenoir-Rhyne, a player that was huge in them winning the South Atlantic Conference a couple years ago in the tournament final against Anderson, and we'll get into that more as the broadcast continues because these teams are very familiar with each other. They've met many times before. In fact, they've met 31 times all time, Anderson leading the series 19-12. The starting five for Anderson remains unchanged, remains unbeaten. Zamiah Passmore, Diamond McDowell, Rose Gravel, Ashlyn Sheridan, and Zayna Preston rounding out the five for AU. For Lenoir-Rhyne, Sarah Burton, Tilda Lindstrom, Blakely Crooks, and Emily Harmon at number 20, wearing the headband, a distinct player on the court. And here we go. Expect some high-intensity action between these teams because they have met for the biggest of stakes, and they have met a lot. Last year, they split their meetings, and in the most recent meeting, Lenoir-Rhyne took home the victory 77-67. But a lot has changed. This Anderson team has a freshman in Rose Gravel, number 15, who just set the screen to give Zayna Preston the shot that did not go in. Rose Gravel has been an outstanding freshman for Anderson this season, averaging nearly a double-double. Not quite there, but she has been playing outstanding, averaging 11.8 points and 9.1 rebounds, both very high stats for the team. And that shot is good from who I was talking about early on, Blakely Crooks. She had 28 points in her last outing against UVA-Wise, and Diamond McDowell answers with a deep three. The two stars trading buckets early. 3-2, a minute into this game. This is a personal game between these two teams. They met in the 2022 South Atlantic Conference Tournament Final to determine who would be the top seed in the NCAA tournament. And Lenoir-Rhyne pulled what at the time was really an upset victory and was led by Emily Hartman. She's coming off a 21-point performance against UVA-Wise. She's had quite the good history against these Trojans because when they met in the SAC tournament final, she was the driving force behind their victory. And she was named the South Atlantic Conference Tournament MVP. She's also a 3-time second-team All-South Atlantic Conference member, so not too shabby by any means for Emily Hartman, as that shot was good from Malia Hill. The lay-in goes, and the Bears reclaim the lead. Sheridan from the corner, cash money. Ashlyn Sheridan, 2 threes early for Anderson. Malia Hill double teams just across half court. The wide open three goes to answer. Tilda Lindstrom, the 6-foot senior from Sweden, a big-time contributor for Lenoir-Rhyne as of late, averaging 14.5 points per game in the last 2 games against Moores Hill and UVA-Wise. Anderson will retain possession, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Sheridan, the jumper from inside the line, won't go. Rebounded, poked away. McDowell, the lay-in, won't go. The 6'4 senior gets her own miss, puts it back, doesn't go. Another chance. Does not go, and that's actually going to be a foul, an offensive foul on Ashlyn Sheridan, her first of the evening. But a little bit of what you saw right there is what Anderson is very, very good at, rebounding. It was their key to success in their victory last time out against Tusculum, in which they tied their season high 92 points, but they had 18 offensive rebounds. They had a bunch of second chance points as a result of those, and they're really good at creating turnovers, averaging 10 steals per game, this Anderson University team. Number 1 in the conference in rebounding, 6th in the nation in rebounds per game. As the kick out to Hill. Hartman got it to go. Blakely Crooks, the 2, and answered by Zamaya Passmore. Zamaya Passmore, a huge defensive presence for Anderson. She had 4 steals last time out against Tusculum. She had 15 points, and in fact, she averages over 3 steals per game. A ridiculous defensive presence that the Trojans have rallied behind since her return. Malia Hill commanding the floor. Bears leading by 1. Driving inside. No look, the kick out. Wide open 3. Malia Hill got it to go from distance. A big time shot there from long range from Malia Hill. And this is a game that sets up a little too nicely for Anderson. They've been rolling everybody over their last 8 games. A Lenoir-Rhyne team that you could argue the wheels haven't completely fallen off, but they are certainly coming loose as they're 12th of 13 in the South Atlantic Conference, sitting at 5-10 on the season, and they're currently in the midst of a 3-game losing streak where they've only been averaging 65 points per game. But this sets up to be a perfect trap game, a team that has everything going for them, that is chasing a potential South Atlantic Conference title with teams like Coker and Carson Newman, and a Lenoir-Rhyne team that doesn't have a lot going for them, but that means they have nothing to lose. And they have certainly played like it through the first half of this first quarter. Zayna Preston could not get the 3 to go, rebounded by Lindstrom. Already 3 rebounds for her. The shot from the free throw line, off the glass, and no good. Passmore, the floater, gets it to go. Zamaya Passmore. A packed house in the Abney as that's poked away by Preston. Passmore, full speed ahead the other way, was fouled by Emily Hartman. And that is going to take us to our first timeout. Don't go anywhere. We've got a really fun ball game. Anderson trailing by 2 halfway through the first.
It's an ordinary Tuesday at AnMed. Dr. Shu just performed a robotic hip replacement surgery. Dave put a smile on a kid's face during physical therapy. And Sonia, she was part of a team that performed a cutting-edge pulmonary procedure. And while it's all in a day's work for each of them, it's also much more than that. It's part of our commitment to bring something extraordinary to healthcare in the upstate, even on ordinary Tuesdays.
A staple in downtown Anderson since 2019, Groucho's Deli continues to honor the tradition of serving high-quality products and ingredients that started it all back in 1941. Located at 129 East Whitner Street, Groucho's is your go-to destination for warm deli sandwiches, fresh salads, and award-winning sweet tea. Stop by and try our legendary Formula 45 sauce today.
And welcome back to the Abney Athletic Center. The Bears leading 12-10 early on. 4:58 to play in this first quarter. And so far, Lenoir-Rhyne shooting lights out. Haven't missed from three, shooting 71% from the floor. But it's early. And Anderson has already started to assert their presence on the offensive glass. Will that continue? If it does, they could be looking at a 9-game winning streak, but no need to rebound there. Zamaya Passmore once more for two. Hill over to Lindstrom. Burton on Passmore. Going to be a foul called off the floor on Rose Gravel, the talented freshman, shooting 54% from the field this season. Has yet to make her presence felt thus far. But in all likelihood, that will change here very shortly. Inbounded to Gabby Bush. 15 on 15. Bush can't get it to go. Rebounded. Lindstrom doing work on the glass this quarter. That shot no good from Jerwicks. Rebounded by McDowell as she continues to chase history. Stolen by Hartman. Back to Bush. Vanessa Jerwicks, the 5'8 senior, also from Sweden. Lindstrom and Jerwicks working the floor in tandem. Jerwicks driving on the 6'4 McDowell, looking for a shot. Puts it up and in through the contact. Vanessa Jerwicks, the tough two. 5'8 shooting over 6'4. Doesn't usually work, but taking the contact off the glass, a friendly bounce, and Lenoir-Rhyne reclaiming the lead. Passmore to inbound. Preston. Cross court to Passmore from the corner. Can't quite get it to go. Rebounded by Lindstrom once again. Passmore almost stole it away, but not quite. Instead, Hartman drives all the way. Too much on it. Rebounded by the junior, Ashlyn Sheridan. Over to McDowell. Nobody on her for three. Caught both sides of the rim, but did not drop. Passmore, deflection again, but could not quite maintain her grasp. And the Bears will keep possession. An Anderson team sitting at fourth in the conference. Started pretty poorly in their first few conference games without their two superstar players. But having won 8 straight, they're now making a push up to fourth and only a couple games behind Carson Newman and Wingate, sitting at third and second. And they will meet up with both of those teams once again in the coming weeks, as well as Coker, whose only loss this season has come to Anderson. McDowell couldn't get it to go. Gravel is fouled, and she will head to the line to tie this game. A 52% free throw shooter. Can she convert here? Does not get the first one to go. but she gets the second. 1 point game. Checking back out on the floor for Lenoir-Rhyne is Blakely Crooks, the two-time first-team all-conference member. Also checking in for Anderson was Peyton Oliver, the sophomore from Athens, Tennessee. Lenoir-Rhyne had numbers. The Trojan Army caught up to him. The tough shot over McDowell, no good. Rebounded by McDowell. Driving inside, Passmore could not get it to go. Rebounded by Blakely Crooks. Headed the other way, a 1 point game. Under 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Jerwicks face guarded by Passmore. Over to Bush. Now Burton. Back to Crooks. Driving on McDowell. The lay-in. Too much on it. Rebounded by Passmore. Full head of steam. The other way. Pass to Sheridan. Off the glass and in. Trojans reclaim the lead. Zamaya Passmore, being the defensive presence that she is, creates such a fast pace that this Trojan team likes to operate on, and they are money on the fast break. But that three is money from Sarah Burton. Back and forth we go in the early stages of this one. And to think this is only the first of two matchups we'll see this evening. A foul will be called on the floor. Looks like it will go against Sarah Burton. The redshirt sophomore transferred from who Lenoir-Rhyne just beat, UVA Wise. Felt that being with them wasn't the best move for her. Decided to move to Lenoir-Rhyne and has paid off. She's done pretty well for the Bears. Coming off the bench for most of that. Kyla Kane checked in for Anderson, and she could not miss during the game against Tusculum. In fact, she was 7 for 7. She didn't miss. Simple as that. Driving down low. Bush. No go. Rebounded by Kyla Kane. There you see with it now is Izzy Profit, the freshman. 12 seconds to play. Running the isolation. 8. Out to McDowell, a reliable shooter. Working. No shot. A call on the floor, and possession will go to Lenoir-Rhyne. Might have been an illegal screen, or not really sure what that was, but that is going to end the first quarter. Lenoir-Rhyne jumping out early on the Trojans, leading by 2. We'll be back after this.
At Anderson University, we are on a journey, one that seeks to find the purpose for which God created each and every one of us. So we search, we grow, we dive in, and with a close-knit community, small class sizes, accomplished and supportive faculty, and a spirit that believes that together we can accomplish big things. The person we are striving to become doesn't feel so far away. So we push, we dream, we dig deeper, until our journey finds us as teachers, artists, writers, athletes, engineers, nurses, and friends. And while we're at it, we just might change the world. Anderson University, knowledge for your journey.
And we welcome you back to the Abney Athletics Center. Lenoir-Rhyne jumping out to a 17-15 lead in that first quarter. And a look at a little bit of the stats. You see the big one in that third column. Lenoir-Rhyne yet to miss from 3, whereas Anderson shooting only 40%. and Lenoir-Rhyne out-rebounding Anderson, something they're not used to this season and certainly have not been used to as of late. 11-9, Lenoir-Rhyne leading the rebound battle. We mentioned McDowell chasing 1,000 rebounds in her career. She's also chasing second place all-time in defensive rebounds. Coming into this game, she only needed 5 to tie for second all-time in defensive rebounds in Trojan history. She has 4 through a quarter and 30 seconds. That pass deflected and stolen away by Sofia Mendez. Bush over to Hill. Jerwicks could not get it to connect from deep. Profit inside the paint. Peyton from way downtown. Oliver from deep. Peyton Oliver striking from long range. That jumper no good. Rebounded, fought for, and will be out of bounds. The Bears retain possession. Crooks and McDowell fighting for that rebound. Crooks and McDowell, a fun matchup to watch tonight. 2 first-team all-conference members. The 3 from the corner, money, Sofia Mendez. Elena Eckel working up top. Over to Oliver. Based on how far she shot the one before that, I was kind of surprised she didn't pull up from the Trojan helmet. But 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Eckel to inbound. Looking inside, down low to Kyla Kane. The force inside, no go. Profit, the rebound, cashes the 2 off the glass. Malia Hill in trouble, throws it into no man's land, somehow ends up in the hands of Tilda Lindstrom. Could not get the 3 to go, but there's going to be a foul on Peyton Oliver. And that's going to send Blakely Crooks to the line for her first trip tonight. Crooks, a 90% free throw shooter. Goes 2 for 2. Profit taking it up the floor. Trojans battling back and forth, something they haven't had to do in a good few games. Their closest game during their 8-game win streak being Coker, 81-78. But outside of that, they have been pretty much dominant in all of their games until here tonight. Hill over McDowell. Not quite. Rebounded by Profit. Full head of steam the other way. Driving down low. The blocking foul is going to go on Crooks. And Profit will head to the line for 2. Anderson has only led for 57 seconds in this ball game. Fairly surprising from a team that has been pretty much dominant since December 7th, 2024. But they're back on top. 22-21. Profit makes both and checks out. Coming back on the floor, Zamiah Passmore. The trap in the backcourt, unsuccessful. Crooks with it. Hartman driving inside over Eckel. No basket. The shot will not count. A charge taken by Elena Eckel. Passmore tried to feed it to McDowell. Passmore and McDowell not quite on the same page. And that's going to be a turnover. Their fourth of the game thus far. The double team defense, something Anderson has used quite a lot of. The tough shot from Hartman will not go. Passmore collects her own miss. Feed to McDowell. Easy lay-in for Diamond. Harmon. The feed to Crooks. Rejection! Elena Eckel denies Crooks. Eckel. No good from just inside the three. Kyla Kane off the glass. Not quite. Rebounded by Lindstrom once again. And that's going to be a travel on Lindstrom. She's got 6 rebounds already in this game. Couple that with 3 points, but also 3 turnovers. Anderson with a 3-point lead. Crazy to say, it's their largest of the night. And that pass is intercepted. Malia Hill coming the other way. Bush. Gravel closes in nicely. Oliver draws the charge. Standing her ground, the 5'4" sophomore in the paint, drawing the charge and creating a turnover. And that is going to send us to a commercial break. Anderson has reclaimed the lead by 3.
Since 1979, the family-owned and operated Electric City team has been focused on one thing: your comfort. That single priority has allowed our company to serve the Anderson community with quality heating and cooling service, products, and installations, so you can rest assured that you are in the best hands. From residential HVAC repair or replacement to full commercial installation, we are your all-in-one heating and air conditioning company.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
for these Trojans and has since she came onto the team in 2021. Kyla Kane inside the paint, not quite, rebounded by Sarah Burton. Over to Gabby Bush. The switch, Gravel back on her. The double team in no man's land, stolen away from Passmore, by Passmore, I should say. Driving down. And drawing the charge the other way, Malia Hill. Both these teams not afraid to stop fast breaks by putting their bodies on the line and taking a charge. The third turnover of the first half for Zamaya Passmore, and her second foul. But she also has 3 steals. Harmon, Burton, a considerable height advantage over the 5'4" Peyton Oliver, but Peyton Oliver's defensive effort is quite noticeable for these Trojans. And Peyton Oliver is a very good defender. She does not allow a lot of shots to get up, and she's money from distance on the offensive end. Peyton Oliver. 2 for 2 from long range. Working around the perimeter. Harmon to answer off the front iron, rebounded by Peyton Oliver. Passmore. Pushing the other way. Kane from the AU. Not quite. An attempted save from Ashlyn Sheridan, but to no avail. Vanessa Jerwicks taking it up on Ashlyn Sheridan. The battle of the 15s, now back to Sarah Burton. The screen set by Crooks. Driving inside, Burton over Oliver, too strong, rebounded by Sheridan. Passmore, the fast pace, the drive, inside, off the glass and in. Passmore once again. Coming up on 2.5 minutes to play in this first half. Anderson has dominated this second quarter. But there's a nice answer from Emily Harmon. 14-5, the Trojans have dominated. 14-6, I should say. Oliver, the nice move, could not collect the pass. It was out of her reach. Sheridan, nobody on her. From long range, not quite. Rebounded. Gravel, the tough road to 2. Rose Gravel working in the paint. Jerwicks at the top of the key. Harmon. The pump fake, the drive, the floater goes for 2. Passmore slowing it down. Something you don't see her do that often. She's very much about the fast pace, the fast break, and she creates a lot of that high-powered AU offense. That 3, no good from Sheridan. Rebounded by Burton. Harmon over Oliver. Harmon 2 for 2 on her last 2 shots. Under a minute to play. The Trojans leading by 4 in this first half. Gravel over Crooks. Not quite. Rebounded by Burton. A potential 2-for-1 opportunity if they play it right. Jerwicks. Gonna pull it back out. Harmon. 35 seconds. The 2-for-1 window is closing. Burton from the corner. Not quite. The pass ahead. Gravel. Easy 2 for Rose Gravel. This Anderson team so good in transition, whether it be from turnovers or missed shots. They will beat you down the floor and get easy buckets as a result. Jerwicks, the fake, the shot to beat the buzzer, not quite there. And that is going to end our first half. We've got a show here in the Abney Athletic Center, so get your popcorn since it's halftime. Anderson leading 33-27.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that out loud? It's because I just saved $7 shopping with Shop and Earn. Whether you're shopping in-store or online, Food Lion's Shop and Earn program makes it easy for me to rack up rewards as I shop. Thank you, Food Lion. On average, I earn about 20 bucks in rewards a month. And that's not even counting the hot sale and everyday savings I get with my MVP card. The best part? All I have to do is activate my monthly offers and shop like normal. Here's how it works. I go to foodlion.com or sign into the Food Lion app and make sure I activate my monthly offers. Food Lion selects them just for me based on what I buy. This lets me know which items will help me earn rewards and how close I am to getting the rewards I want. And then while I shop, I earn. It's like multitasking. No stress, just rewards. Checkout is the best part. My Shop and Earn is linked to my MVP account, so any rewards earned are automatically applied. Cha-ching! Am I right?
And we welcome you back to the Abney Athletic Center. Hope y'all enjoyed the show, seeing the twirlers, the little kids on the court, doing a nice performance for their parents, the fans in attendance here today. Now it's time to take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by AmMed Health. AmMed Health, better care starts here. A couple things to notice in this stats graphic. There really aren't any stark differences until you get to the rebound column. And for Anderson, that number is not significant. Only being up 6, they usually are up very, very much more than that. But Lenoir-Rhyne has hung in this game. In fact, they were winning at the end of the first quarter. Anderson kind of put together a nice sequence in the second quarter, but then a run late in the second quarter made it the 6-point game we have now. And the big one, you see Anderson, 4 steals, 1 block, asserting their presence defensively, something they've done throughout this 8-game win streak. Both teams shooting about even from the field goal percentages, 3-point line, and the free throw line. Both teams really haven't had very many attempts. We're less than a minute from the start of the second half. Diamond McDowell, another nice first half for her. 7 rebounds, 5 points. 8 points, 3 steals, 4 rebounds for Zamaya Passmore. Blakely Crooks and Emily Harmon both have 6 points and a few boards as well. And this Anderson team, leading by 6, Lenoir-Rhyne needs to do what they were doing earlier in that first half, which is win the battle at the boards. Because when they were winning the battle at the boards, they were winning the game. But since then, Anderson has taken control, and they're out-rebounding them specifically on the offensive glass, 7-3. That's something Anderson does so well, averaging about 10 to 12 offensive rebounds per game, and they are continuing to be on that pace this evening. And Anderson controls possession as we begin the second half, looking to extend a 6-point lead, and that's a nice way to do it. Gravel feeding down low to Zayna Preston for 2. Malia Hill over to Lindstrom, back to Hill. 10 seconds on the shot clock, directing traffic. Can't get around Sheridan. Crooks over McDowell. The tough 2 converted. Blakely Crooks. The answer from Preston, not quite there. Rebounded and taken the other way. The Bears, full head of steam. Inside, down low, kicked out for 3. Money from distance. Tilda Lindstrom, the corner 3. Passmore commanding the floor. Gravel over to Sheridan. The fake screen working down low. The reverse lay-in, not close. Rebounded by Emily Harmon. Lindstrom and Harmon playing catch. Harmon does not get the 2 to go. Taken the other way. Passmore, cross court to McDowell from the wing. Off the glass, not quite enough on it to fall through. The pass ahead from Malia Hill. Inside, down low to Lindstrom. And just like that, a 1-point game and a nice response from the halftime locker room for this Lenoir-Rhyne Bears squad. And now taking it the other way, a bucket here to reclaim the lead. Not quite there, rebounded by Zayna Preston. We're having some technical difficulties with our scoreboard. 35-34, Anderson leading. The deep 3 from Preston, not quite there. 7:30 left in this third quarter. We've still got a long way to go. Harmon working on Passmore. And now Crooks. Not there, rebounded by McDowell. She's on her way toward a double-double, something she's done 6 times this season in the 9 games she has played. Zamaya Passmore, the jumper there. Harmon from the free throw line gets a friendly bounce, and we're back to a 1-point game, 37-36, 6:40 left in this third quarter. McDowell double teamed. Now McDowell working inside, off the glass, not quite there. Out of bounds, and possession goes to LR. There you see your score, 37-36. That foul on Lindstrom, her second. Burton, and now Crooks. Lindstrom thought about it from deep, decided there were better options. Jerwicks on Sheridan, not quite. Gravel steals it away. Passmore. This Trojan Army attacking. Rejection, but headed to the line. Made contact with McDowell's arm. Did Tilda Lindstrom. McDowell to shoot 2. A 71% free throw shooter, averaging 15.7 points per game. And 10 rebounds per game. 2 for 2 from the line right there. But averaging a double-double, pretty easy to do when you've got 9 games played and 6 of them you reached that double-double mark. The steal, Passmore working the other way. McDowell down low. The tough shot goes off the glass. Diamond McDowell. 9 points for her and 6 assists for Zamaya Passmore. And Zamaya Passmore is an elite assister for this team, an elite facilitator on the floor, 9th all-time in career assists. She came into this game with 274. She has 6, make it 280, and only needs 33 more to be 8th all-time. 6 seconds on the shot clock. The Bears do retain possession, 41-36. They trail. Crooks over Gravel. Off the front iron, no good. Gravel rebounded. Passmore, the lob to McDowell. The fadeaway 2 from inside. Had to cut back in front of the basket because when she collected the pass, it was behind. And that gem of a play is going to take us to a media timeout. Anderson leading 43-36, 4:55 left in the third. We'll be back right after this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that out loud? It's because I just saved $7 shopping with Shop and Earn. Whether you're shopping in-store or online, Food Lion's Shop and Earn program makes it easy for me to rack up rewards as I shop. Thank you, Food Lion. On average, I earn about $20 in rewards a month. And that's not even counting the hot sale and everyday savings I get with my MVP card. The best part? All I have to do is activate my monthly offers and shop like normal. Here's how it works. I go to foodlion.com or sign into the Food Lion app and make sure I activate my monthly offers. Food Lion selects them just for me based on what I buy. This lets me know which items will help me earn rewards and how close I am to getting the rewards I want. And then while I shop, I earn. It's like multitasking. No stress, just rewards. Checkout is the best part. My Shop and Earn is linked to my MVP account, so any rewards earned are automatically applied. Cha-ching, am I right?
And we welcome you back to the Abney Athletic Center in Anderson, South Carolina. The Trojans working on a 7-point lead, 43-36, with 4:50 to play in this third quarter. And during the break, we were able to fix the technical difficulties we were having with our scoreboard. But you see it down below, LR trailing by 7, looking to get something going, kind of like they ended the first half with. The shot from Jerwicks off the glass and good. Passmore wasting no time, trying to answer the spin move, driving inside. Passmore full speed ahead for 2. 12 points for Zamaya Passmore. Crooks. Defended by McDowell. That shot short off the front of the rim. Passmore, elite passing down the court to Zayna Preston for the lay-in. When Zamaya Passmore gets a rebound, Lenoir-Rhyne is full sprinting to get back and play defense, and still this Trojan attack is beating them to the punch and getting easy lay-ins as a result. But there is a nice answer from Blakely Crooks. McDowell driving right on Crooks, and an answer! Diamond McDowell. These last couple sequences have seemed like anything you can do, I can do better. First team all-conference from LR makes a layup. AU's got an answer. Nice dribble moves from Harmon. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Down low to Crooks. Backing down McDowell. The tough shot does not go. She is going to get her own miss. Harmon taking it to the other side of the court now. Bush with it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Driving on gravel. Bush wins the battle of the 15s. Passmore and Preston. Now Preston drives down low. Off the glass, not quite there. Collecting the rebound is Gabby Bush. The Bears have numbers. Driving inside, kicked out to Jerwicks. The jumper connects. McDowell thought about the 3, instead takes it anyway, is not there. And the 3 from Jerwicks to answer, not there either, rebounded by McDowell. Backing down, but not in for Passmore. .124 left. And it's time for a timeout. Coach Graham Smith wants to talk things over with his Bears. We'll be back after this short break.
We're excited to introduce Trail Tailored Homes. From humble beginnings in the early 1980s, Trail's earliest projects were in residential construction. Today, we're getting back to our roots and taking this natural next step, bringing our company story full circle. And while our commercial construction endeavors will continue to grow, we're excited to serve our community in a broader way. Trail Tailored Homes, built for generations to come.
And we welcome you back to the Abney Athletics Center. Our broadcast is brought to you by Sparrow Financial. Find financial freedom through better banking, and don't get banked. Visit Sparrow Financial today. The Anderson Trojans holding a 5-point lead, 49-44 in this contest. A game much different than the game we saw against Tusculum, where it was a tight game, 10-7 at one point, and then they saw their lead balloon to over 20, and they took care of business 92-63 in that one. Much more of a battle here tonight, and the Bears are not backing down from the challenge of an Anderson team that has been firing on all cylinders since December 7th. Under a minute to play in this third quarter. The pass down low to McDowell, stolen away by Malia Hill. Driving on Oliver, and Oliver again taking another charge down low. "45 seconds, a little less than that here in this third quarter. A 5-point lead the Trojans are trying to preserve and extend. McDowell got it stolen away inside and fouled Tilda Lindstrom. And it looks like they're going to go to the monitor and review if this is a potentially flagrant foul. .4 seconds in this third quarter. A 5-point lead for Anderson. And this is a big call right here, because if it is, in fact, a flagrant, not only would Lenoir-Rhyne get a couple free throws as a result of that, they would also get possession. So this a huge call. Could determine what this game looks like going to the fourth quarter. And that was a fairly, I was going to say that was a fairly quick review, but they just switched officials looking at our telecast to determine if, in fact, this foul was excessive by Diamond McDowell. It was her second foul of the game. And it looks like it is just going to be a common foul on Diamond McDowell. No free throws or additional possession for Lenoir-Rhyne.
The foul will remain a common foul.
Vanessa Jerwicks to inbound for the Bears. 31.4 seconds. In all reality, they could hold this to where it is basically the last shot of the third quarter. There's a little difference, about a second and a half between the shot and game clock. Jerwicks switches up on Oliver, drives in for two. Beautiful move there from Vanessa Jerwicks. Passmore, the deep three to beat the buzzer. Does not connect. And boy, oh boy, 49-46. We're headed to the fourth quarter. This one is guaranteed to be a great finish. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
Welcome to Mahindra of Anderson. Mahindra of Anderson provides a vast selection of new and pre-owned tractors, utility vehicles, and agricultural equipment. When you're ready to invest in your new tractor or other equipment, our friendly and knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts departments ensure an outstanding experience. From selection, ongoing maintenance, and customization,
we value long-term customer relationships by delivering exceptional service.
Come and see us
Or visit us online
at mahindraofanderson.com.
And we welcome you back to the Abney Athletic Center. Papa Bear Car Wash, a place I might be headed here in the next few days as my car is quite dirty. But that's beside the point. We are back here in the Abney. 10 minutes left in this game. The final quarter, a 3-point ball game. And Lenoir-Rhyne controlling possession. Jerwicks. The reverse lay-in. Off the glass and in. Jerwicks back-to-back beauties in the paint. 10 points for Vanessa Jerwicks. She'll be increasing her season average, which is 7 points per game. And that is going to be a foul on Blakely Crooks, her second foul of the game. Kyla Kane headed to the line for 2, an 80% free throw shooter. Does not convert the first. You know, and when you do your homework on these teams, you see that despite the fact that the records are surprisingly mismatched, the teams are very even. They both have a couple outstanding all-conference players. They have a very solid supporting cast. They have a lot of talent on both sides of the floor, and we are seeing that this evening. Down low, Jerwicks again! 3 straight lay-ins for Jerwicks. We're tied in the Abney. Sheridan. Over to Kane. Driving inside. Poked away by Gabby Bush. Jerwicks with it from the corner. The cross-court pass to Malia Hill. Sheridan face guarding her. No switch off the screen. Crooks, nice move on McDowell. Inside shot off the underside of the rim. Rebounded by Diamond. Passmore inside. Does not get the friendly roll. We remain tied at 50. Coming up on 8 minutes to play in this ball game. The 2 from Harmon. Money. And that is going to take us to a timeout. What a response to start this fourth quarter from Lenoir-Rhyne. 6 points unanswered. We'll be back after a short break.
It's an ordinary Tuesday at AnMed. Dr. Shu just performed a robotic hip replacement surgery. Dave put a smile on a kid's face during physical therapy. And Sonia, she was part of a team that performed a cutting-edge pulmonary procedure. And while it's all in a day's work for each of them, it's also much more than that. It's part of our commitment to bring something extraordinary to healthcare in the upstate, even on ordinary Tuesdays.
A staple in downtown Anderson since 2019, Groucho's Deli continues to honor the tradition of serving high-quality products and ingredients. that started it all back in 1941. Located at 129 East Whitner Street, Groucho's is your go-to destination for warm deli sandwiches, fresh salads, and award-winning sweet tea. Stop by and try our legendary Formula 45 sauce today.
And we welcome you back to the Abney Athletics Center. Coach Barbary taking a timeout to talk things over with his Trojans as they trail by 2 with 8:06 to play here at home. A team that has won 8 straight. A team that has averaged 81.5 points per game during this winning streak, but being held in check by this Bears defense. Sheridan working off the switch. The 2 off the front of the iron. The Bears have numbers the other way. Sheridan chasing them down, and they're going to have to slow down. Harmon working on Profit. A friendly bounce for Emily Harmon. Lenoir-Rhyne did not lead the entirety of the third quarter. And now in the fourth, they lead it by 4. Another turnover. They're going the other way. That's stolen away by Izzy Profit. Now she's going the other way. Pulls up from the sack logo for 2. A big-time shot from the freshman when momentum is swinging in favor of Lenoir-Rhyne. Jerwicks, the hot hand, working off the screen, drives down low, is met with a triple team, poked away by Passmore. McDowell to Passmore. We are tied. 6.5 minutes to play, and as quick as Lenoir-Rhyne got the lead, Anderson takes it away. And now they both fight for it. Standing tied at 54. Harmon inside. The tough lay-in does not get the bounce. Passmore, full head of steam the other way. The beautiful feed to McDowell does not find the hoop, but a foul was called, and McDowell will head to the line for 2 big free throws. That foul on Blakely Crooks, her 3rd. A tough matchup for her tonight with McDowell. The 6'4" senior hasn't been anywhere but Anderson. From Asheboro, North Carolina. 6th all-time in scoring, 2nd in defensive rebounds, inching closer and closer to more historic milestones as this season heats up. And 2 big free throws there. Hill driving on Profit. She is fouled and will be headed to the line to answer McDowell's 2. Checking out for the Bears is Blakely Crooks. Gabby Bush checking in as a replacement. Hill's first free throw is money. A 60%, 59% free throw shooter. And that one does not find the mark. McDowell with the rebound. She has a double-double. Profit. Passmore. The spin move. The 2. Does not hit anything close. And that 2 is good. Gabby Bush. Anderson was wanting a travel to be called or a carry, but they did not get their wish. And Lenoir-Rhyne, with 5 minutes to play, reclaims the lead. Down low to Gravel. Tried to connect with Sheridan. Instead, throws it out of bounds. Bears take over. Malia Hill being guarded by the freshman, Izzy Prophet. The screen from Crooks, passed over to Bush. Hill has it once again. Crooks back out on the floor. Down low, Gabby Bush made a tough two, but gets called for a travel, so it will not count. McDowell and Passmore. Prophet, Passmore once again. A beautiful feed to Prophet. Miscommunication there with Rose Gravel. Leads to a turnover. Malia Hill pushing the other way. Putting the moves on Prophet. Does not get the bounce and tips her own miss out of bounds. 4 minutes to play. Trojans trailing by 1. A tight finish in the Abney. Passmore for 2. 16 points for Zamaya Passmore. Add that to 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals. And that goes out of bounds, a turnover on Gabby Bush, her 5th of the evening. Jerwick's not going to let McDowell roll it halfway up the court. Passmore driving on Jerwick's. Nobody stopping Passmore from scoring more. And that is going to take us to a timeout. Graham Smith wants to talk things over because Zamaya Passmore is rolling in the Abney.
It's an ordinary Tuesday at ANMED. Dr. Shu just performed a robotic hip replacement surgery. Dave put a smile on a kid's face during physical therapy. And Sonia, she was part of a team that performed a cutting-edge pulmonary procedure. And while it's all in a day's work for each of them, it's also much more than that. It's part of our commitment to bring something extraordinary to healthcare in the upstate, even on ordinary Tuesdays.
A staple in downtown Anderson since 2019, Groucho's Deli continues to honor the tradition of serving high-quality products and ingredients that started it all back in 1941.
And we welcome you back to the Abney Athletic Center. Just a real quick look at the difference in this game. The rebounds. Anderson only leading by 3, something that they have not been doing. They've been winning by a lot more over the course of these 8 games. But this is going to be a tight finish as Jerwicks again. Vanessa Jerwicks, the 2. 14 points for her. McDowell, Sheridan, cross court to Prophet, finds her, the pump fake, drive, heavy traffic, stolen away, Malia Hill, headed the other way. What a shot, a deep 3, Emily Harmon. The SAC tournament MVP from when the Bears took home the South Atlantic Conference title in 2023, but she's answered by Zamaya Passmore, the 2 stars trading haymakers. 2:10 to play. Knotted up at 62. The way this game is going, overtime would not be a surprise. Harmon with Passmore on her. Crooks kicked out to Hill, driving to Crooks, over McDowell. The three! Canned by Blakely Crooks. Passmore looking to draw up an answer. And that pass not toward McDowell. They want to look at it, though, to see if, in fact, it was a turnover or if it was deflected by the Bears. 1:28 here in the Abney Athletics Center. And what a game we have been treated to. (65-62). Zamaya Passmore, Emily Harmon, Diamond McDowell, Blakely Crooks, Vanessa Jerwicks, all putting on shows this evening. 54.5% from three is Lenoir-Rhyne, 6 for 11 in this ball game. And more importantly, in this fourth quarter, they are 2 for 2. (20 points for Zamaya Passmore. Blakely Crooks, a huge three, as the Bears are attempting to steal one in Anderson and end an 8-game win streak dating back to last year. This is a fairly lengthy review process, and the officials are now talking with the public address announcer. And it will be Lenoir-Rhyne basketball with a minute and a half to play. They added a second to the clock to put it just under 90 seconds in an epic finish in the first game tonight. Malia Hill, one-on-one with Profit, working the shot clock as the Bears can afford to. Crooks driving on McDowell. McDowell says, "Get that out of here." The Bears do retain possession. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They need to get it up quick. They get it to the hot hand. Jerwicks driving inside over Ashley Sheridan. The friendly bounce once again. Vanessa Jerwicks can't miss right now. And that shot deflected. Will stay with Anderson. And Coach Graham Smith wants them to look at it, make sure that that ball did, in fact, go off of a Bear. From our vantage point, it sure looked like it was deflected. But did it hit a finger? Did it hit a leg? Did it hit a knee? A lot of questions to be answered by this review. Vanessa Jerwicks, the leading scorer for the Bears, came into the game averaging 7 points on the season. That's not the leading scoring average. but she's got 16 tonight. A huge night for Vanessa Jerwicks, and it will remain AU basketball. 54.2 on the clock, an 8-game win streak in jeopardy. What do the Trojans do? McDowell bobbled it, but maintains possession. The double team on Passmore, kicked out. McDowell does not go. Profit fighting for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, and possession will stay with Anderson. 41.5 seconds. Profit. Sheridan from the corner. Does not find it. Passmore, the rebound. Passmore! And one. What a shot. Big time player. Zamaya Passmore, the redshirt senior. And a huge free throw coming up right here. Izzy Profit checking out. Zayna Preston checking in. A defensive presence as the Trojans only trail by 2. What a play from Zamaya Passmore. We will take a short break and be right back for the finish of this one.
It's an ordinary Tuesday at ANMED. Dr. Shu just performed a robotic hip replacement surgery. Dave put a smile on a kid's face during physical therapy. And Sonia, she was part of a team that performed a cutting-edge pulmonary procedure. And while it's all in a day's work for each of them, it's also much more than that. It's part of our commitment to bring something extraordinary to healthcare in the upstate, even on ordinary Tuesdays.
And we welcome you back to the Abney Athletic Center. 35.4 seconds remain. Lenoir-Rhyne leading by 2. A huge play before the break. Zamaya Passmore fighting for an offensive rebound, converting a tough lay-in, and the M1. And now it's up to the Bears. Is it gonna be Crooks? Is it gonna be Harmon? Is it gonna be Jerwicks? Who makes the play? "25 seconds. Anderson willing to drag this one out, let the shot clock go down. The pass bobbled, could have been disastrous for LR. Jerwicks driving the 2. No good. Rebounded McDowell. Timeout, Anderson. 7.9 seconds. A huge defensive stand by the Trojans. And if you're Coach Barbary in this timeout, you are getting this ball to one of your best players. And the beautiful thing about it for him is there are so many. Zamaya Passmore on fire tonight. Diamond McDowell, another great performance as always. Sheridan, a tough night shooting thus far, but all it takes is one to go down. Could take it to the freshman Gravel, who will fight down low for that shot. But more than likely, you feed the hot hand. 11 for 20 tonight, Zamaya Passmore. 23 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. And the other thing you're stressing in this huddle if you're Coach Barbary is you don't need a 3. You don't have to jack up a 3 just because you have a look. You can get a good shot down low and send this to overtime. But a bucket is a necessity for the Trojan Army. 8.4 remaining. Ashlyn Sheridan to inbound. Passmore collects it. Gets it to McDowell. The shot. Sheridan wide open. Doesn't get the bounce. McDowell the rebound. No! No! The shot doesn't go. And an unbelievable finish. Season 8-game win streak come to an end. The Bears come into Anderson, South Carolina, and score a huge upset. A couple great opportunities for the Trojans. Sheridan and McDowell both had looks at it, but they could not fall. And Lenoir-Rhyne, despite being an underdog, would not be denied. And ladies and gentlemen, this was only the first game we have from the Abney Athletic Center, because up next, the number 24 team in America from Lenoir-Rhyne comes into town. The Trojans looking to defend home court and secure their first win against a ranked opponent this season. I'll be back on the call. Colin Calvert will join me, and we'll see you in a little while for a huge South Atlantic Conference matchup.